Hello and welcome to day 145, Becoming Peace Meditation and Inspiration. The name of today's session is Your Future Potential. Join me today as we take a journey down the road, manifesting, proclaiming, and ordering up where you want to be. I'm thrilled to hold this space for you today as you go on a trip of self-discovery. Remember, this channel was created in order to offer you a faith-based rest stop where you can feel safe to explore, to plan, to ponder, and most of all, take a breather for yourself. So you are welcome here, and we're thrilled you're joining us today. Also, it's a space to not just feel peace, but learn how to become peace. Let's get started. In this exercise, I'll share how mindfulness can help you become however you want to be, rather than simply reacting to the stressors of work, news, and responsibilities. By now, you're probably feeling a little more comfortable with mindfulness practice and meditation, and you may also feel the potential of what mindfulness can do for you. For example, what would it be like if you weren't worried about work or your mortgage, or feeling overwhelmed all the time, or feeling tired from all of your chores? What if, instead of feeling overwhelmed, bored, or stressed, you were able to just step back and say, oh, okay, that's overwhelm. Or, oh, okay, that's worry. Okay, that's just stress. I got this. Rather than saying, I am stressed, rather than feeling as though you're in the middle of it all, instead of just recognizing that, okay, that's a thought, or that's just a feeling. For some of you, that may sound weird or crazy woo-woo, and well, you may think, yeah, but you don't know my crazy situation. And you're right, I don't. But remember, it's really important to see that this practice of mindfulness takes time for change to happen. But change does indeed happen. For people who are successful at what they do, it's a habit of a lifetime, or at least a habit of a good few years. We're not just talking about doing better at work or feeling less stressed. This is about living on your own terms. This is about choosing how awake and present you want to be for the life you're living right now. This is about enhancing your presence, your wisdom, your compassion, and your effect on the world inside of you and outside of you to the best of your ability. How do you want to be when you're older? Mindful. Every time you realize you're distracted and you're taking the time to acknowledge it, something is changing and shifting inside of you, not only in thoughts and consciousness, but also in the brain itself. If you experience stress, overwhelm, or anxiety a lot, then it will be really uncomfortable, and you'll probably want to get as far away from it as possible, and that's understandable. But it's also really important to acknowledge that you can't stop anxiety. Everyone's tried it. It doesn't work. What you can do is develop a different type of relationship to it, where you eventually feel at ease with it, and potentially can even start to embrace it as a way of further understanding the mind. So, as you move through your day today, remember the idea of being aware. Simply being aware, being present for the sensations in your body. Whenever you remember to do this, it's quite an amazing thing because all of a sudden you're actually present. Again, it's as though you cut the negative feedback loop. You step out of the loop of thinking, which fuels the emotions of stress and overwhelm. And instead, you're actually present with your body and what you're doing. On the one hand, it's a very ordinary feeling. And yet, on the other hand, it's an extraordinary feeling because we experience it so rarely. Just remembering to be present, simply being aware. So right now, we're going to practice. Practice for a few moments of just being aware, being present, and I will mind the time while you just enjoy yourself until you hear a soft bell. let's come back now. Excellent. Well done. So let's recap. If you experience stress or overwhelm or anxiety a lot, then it will be really uncomfortable. And you'll probably want to get as far away from it as possible, and that is understandable. But it's also really important to acknowledge that you can't stop anxiety. Everyone's tried it, and it doesn't work. What you can do is develop a different type of relationship to it, where you eventually feel at ease with it, and potentially can even start to embrace it as a way of further understanding the mind. So, as you move throughout your day, remember that idea of being aware. Simply being aware. Being present for the sensations in your body. And I hope that this session has been useful for you. Thank you for your mindfulness, and thank you for showing up today for yourself. And I invite you to consider sharing this with someone you love and taking in more light, just a sliver more light today than you did yesterday. That's the secret. I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye for now.